We're about to buy a property. It's an exciting time, but we also need to understand the numbers behind acquiring that property. So what are they? Well, let's use basically a back of envelope calculation to help us get to understand what it's going to cost to buy that property and what sort of loan we might have to take on that. So let's get our pens and papers out and let's work this out together. Let's say we want to buy a $400,000 property. Now there's going to be the cost in purchasing that property, but there are also other costs associated with acquiring that property, such as the stamp duty, the lending costs, the conveyancing costs. We might want to do a building and pest inspection on that particular property as well. So a great rule of thumb is using 5%. Now if you've got mortgage insurance in the conversation as well, and that's where we take a loan that's greater than 80% of the value of the property we're about to buy, you might want to also factor in around an extra 2.5% to 3% in terms of acquisition costs. So we're out in the marketplace and we buy a $400,000 property. 5% rule says it's going to cost us around $420,000 in overall costs. Now we go to the bank and we say we want to get a loan. Now how much money have we got available to submit to settle on this property? We might have $100,000, and that means we're going to go and borrow $320,000 off the bank. That's how you do your calculations. Another way might be in terms of saying, well, I want to borrow a certain percentage of the value of the property. So again, that $320,000 would equate to an 80% loan to value ratio. Now they're the overall costs and a great way of doing some quick calculations on whether you're able to afford this property and how much it's going to cost you to acquire that property.